The family of a 13-year-old schoolgirl who was raped and later died has expressed outrage over the discharge and acquittal of the man who was accused of committing the act. A high court sitting in Makurdi, Benue State discharged and acquitted Andrew Obuja, a lecturer at the Benue State Polytechnic, Ubukulu, of a rape charge and causing the death of the Elizabeth Ochanya Ogbaje. The late Ochanya's brother Ame Ogbaje at a press conference noted that the deceased had narrated what transpired between herself and her uncle before her death. He also noted that the evidence was presented in the court. Mr. Ogbaje accused the judge of not listening before giving his verdict.
Ochanya did narrate what she encountered at the hands of the Obujas in the video that was played before the court and was admitted in evidence. So there was no question as to if Ochanya told her story. She clearly, unequivocally told her story, but the judge chose not to listen and gave his decision.
He also noted that in a separate court sitting, the court convicted the lecturer's wife, Felicia Ochiga Obuja, for negligence in the rape of the deceased teenager. She was, however, sentenced to 5 months imprisonment. The deceased brother compared the rulings of both courts and noted that justice has not been served.
From the ruling at the Federal High Court and the one at the State High Court, it is clear that justice has not been done and that the entire process at the State High Court was compromised. Mrs. Obuja is paying for the crime that she committed, and her husband is out of prison for the same set of offenses that she was convicted for. And that is the irony of this case. That is the contradiction, that the main person that was accused of the crime is let to go home, whereas the person who helped or aided the commission of the crime is punished.
He also noted that the family has been facing some intimidation by Mr. Obuja, his family and associates.
On several occasions, I was attacked by their associates and their thugs. Even at the court premises, they had no respect for the sanctity of the judiciary. And this is what they have been doing over time.
Mr. Obuja, however, commended the Benue State government for pursuing the case. He appealed to the state government not to give up.
The state government to have resisted the pressure not to pursue this case in the first place. The governor did promise when this matter broke out that he was going to ensure that the matter was taken to court, and he followed through on that. However, at this juncture, it is important to state that the governor must take it a notch higher by giving fiat to a team of legal practitioners to file a notice of appeal and transmit the records of proceedings from the Benue State High Court to the Court of Appeal, so that the appellate court can look at the evidence that were tendered before the trial court and come to a just conclusion, since the trial judge probably lacked the capacity to diligently examine the issues that were before him and come to a conclusion.
The deceased brother also appealed to the Benue State government to file a notice of appeal before the 90 days notice elapsed.
So this is our appeal to the Benue State government, that they should not allow the 90-day period to lapse, that a notice of appeal must quickly be entered and the records of proceedings from the Benue State High Court be compiled and presented at the Court of Appeal within the 90-day period to ensure that the matter is heard and determined by the justices of the Court of Appeal.
He added that this action must be done to protect women from sexual violence.
It's an action that must be done to protect women, to protect girls, to ensure that Nigeria is not a country where women will continue to suffer sexual violence without consequences.
The leader of Men Against Rape Foundation, Lemi Ugebe, reacting to the judgment, said it was a travesty of justice.
The judgment of Justice Austin Itioima of the Benue State High Court was, without any equivocation, a travesty of justice. And it amounted to a very devastating blow to all activists seeking safe spaces for children and seeking to curb sexual violence across Nigeria.
He added that Justice Augustine Itioima did not carry out his responsibilities properly.
If we say that the court is the last hope of the common man, then it is my considered view that Justice Itioima did not carry that responsibility properly.
Lemi Ugebe appealed to Governor Samuel Ortom of Benue State to assist in ensuring that a notice of appeal is filed so that action can be taken to protect children from being abused.
So we want to appeal to Governor Ortom, gives fiat to a private legal practitioner, a notice of appeal is filed, a private legal practitioner or a set of them who are experts in sexual and gender-based violence take over the case so that we can do justice. Ochanya is dead. No judgment can bring her back to life. But can we ensure that Benue children become safe by delivering justice? And of course, Nigerian children at large. That is what we appeal to GovernorOrtom to do.
The verdict of the Benue court has left this family deeply disappointed. They insist justice has not been served. For them, only justice for Elizabeth Ochanya will bring them true closure.